Quickly! Jump! Quickly! Hey! Quickly!
I mean, this has been a hotspot in the last 3 days of clashes while M23 cement their control of Goma. Mercenaries who surrendered their arms fled into the UN peacekeeping camp, and now they're being removed by M23 to take across the border to Rwanda. If Rwanda wasn't supporting you, could you have taken Goma? Could you have taken Goma without?
That is not true, my sister.
So Rwanda
Nous sommes
been...
une armée du Congolais. Nous sommes des Congolais. Nous nous battons pour une cause juste et noble. Nous sommes des Congolais. Nous ne sommes pas aidés par les Rwandais.
Congolese, but Rwanda's been helping you.
No. Let's talk that. Let's talk that.
And that's the last foreign mercenary being handed over by the UN, broken but alive, and being handed over to Rwanda.
The M23 are people of Tutsi origin who are Congolese. But they are now being told, no, you are not Congolese, you are Rwandese, and that is why you see the frequent accusations that the Rwandese government is supporting them, and the frequent denials by the Rwandese administration that they are not supporting them. The other conflict that has emerged in Congo is that Congo has become what one may say a rare ground for fighting groups from Uganda. The ADF, when they were expelled by the current NRM regime, went into the forests in Congo.
Today we are delving into the forgotten war, the story of M23 and the Congo struggle for peace. In the heart of Africa lies a land of unimaginable beauty and wealth, verdant forest, vast minerals, riches and rivers that stretch as far as the eye can see. But beneath this beauty lies a story of conflict, resilience, and a fight for survival. This is the story of M23, a rebel group that has plunged the Democratic Republic of Congo into decades of violence and uncertainty, a story that the world has likely forgotten. To understand the M23, we must go back to the 90s, the Rwanda's genocide, which claimed the lives of over 800,000 people, spilled over into Congo, igniting a series of war that continue to this day. Millions died, and the region became a battleground for armed groups, foreign interests, and the local militias. In 2009, a peace deal was signed integrating rebel fighters into the Congolese army, but the agreement was fragile, and by 2012 it had collapsed. Out of the ashes emerged a new group, the M23, named after the failed peace agreement of March 23rd, 2009. That's where we came with the name M23. Who is M23? Now we have already known the history and how we came about with the name M23. The M23 is a rebel group primarily composed of ethnic Tutsi. They claimed to fight for the rights of their people, accusing the Congolese government of neglecting and persecution, but their methods have brought suffering to thousands. M23 has been accused of human rights abuses, killing, sexual violence, and the recruitment of child soldiers. They have captured towns, displaced communities, and destabilized the region. And behind the scenes, neighboring countries like Rwanda and Uganda have been accused of supporting them, though they deny these claims. For the people of Eastern Congo, M23 is not just a rebel group, it is a symbol of the region's endless cycle of violence. But behind the headlines are the real victims, ordinary people caught in the crossfire. Over millions have been displaced, forced to flee their homes, with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Families sleep in makeshift camps, children go hungry, and mothers worry about the future. Meet Kizengulu Zungungu, a mother of three who fled a village when M23 attacked. We ran into the forest, she says. We had no food, no water. We have lost everything. Stories like ours are not unique. They are a reality for thousands of Congolese families living in fear of the next attack. This conflict is not just a local issue, it is a regional international crisis. The United Nations have deployed peacekeepers and regional leaders have brokered ceasefires, but the violence persists. Why? Because Eastern Congo is not just a battleground for local grievances, it is a theater for geopolitical rivalries. This region's vast mineral wealth includes gold and coltan, fuels the conflict as armed groups and foreign interests compete for control. And while the world looks away, the people of Congo pay the price. But even in the darkest times, there is hope. Local organization tirelessly to rebuild the communities, to heal the wounds of war and bring people together. Peace talks continues, and there are moments of progress. However fragile, we want peace, says Tshisekedi, the president. Tshisekedi, a community leader. We want to rebuild our lives, to send our children to school, to live without fear. The road to lasting peace is long and uncertain, but the people of Congo have not given up, and neither should we. The people of Congo deserve peace, and they need our support. This is not just their fight, it is ours to learn more about the conflict. Share this video and consider donating to organizations working on the ground. Together we can help write a new chapter for Congo, a chapter of peace and hope and healing. This video is dedicated to the people of Congo. Your resilience inspires us all and to the world. We say this, their story is not forgotten, not today, not ever. This video is dedicated to the people of Congo. Their resilience inspires us all. I'm your host and storyteller, the narrator, Ken, the storyteller, and this is MC Starless channel. Consider subscribing, giving us a like, and share the video to your friends. In that way, you'll have supported us. Thank you. Peace. Bye.
They're on the move, thousands of Congolese people, with their lives on their backs, heading into a besieged city for any semblance of safety. The soldiers are moving too. Their enemy is behind them, but quickly moving in.
We're suffering a lot. People are fleeing everywhere, and we don't know where to go anymore, because we started fleeing a long time ago. I fled from Kwanja, Rutshuru, Kabamba. I've never stopped fleeing, and even today the war catches us here amongst the host families. Now we have nowhere to go.
We hear bombs from all sides of our IDP camp. That's why I decided to flee, so as not to die there. We are going to Goma, but I heard that there are bombs in Goma too, so now we don't know where to go.
It's a state of panic, the rapid movement of people who know the threat of violence, displaced more than once into a place that's now safe for no one. This regional capital has been a humanitarian hub for decades and is now besieged by Rwandan-backed M23 rebels. And UNESCO, the UN peacekeeping mission that's held this region together, is now increasingly becoming a target. It's the United Nations' biggest peacekeeping mission, and its compound is now an evacuation site. Civilian staff are leaving in droves as peacekeeping troops are killed in combat, now ordered to pull back and stay in place.
UNESCO is targeting us.
We spoke to an M23 spokesman as their forces moved in. Is M23 planning to capture Goma?
Yes,
How soon?
is going to protect the people. I cannot tell you because it's a battle, but what I can guarantee you though is Goma will never be the same again.
On the border with Rwanda, Goma is now the final front in what's looking like a full capture of eastern DRC by the rebels Rwanda supports. A move that's made an internal war a diplomatic catastrophe, with the UN Secretary General calling on Rwandan troops to withdraw from the DRC as his peacekeepers reassess their strategy. For now, people keep flooding in, with nowhere to go and nothing to do but wait for a disaster that feels promised. Yusra al-Bagher, Sky News, Goma, Eastern DRC.